Introduce Dr. Wenying Su, a senior research scientist at NASA Langley Research Center.
Thank you all. Welcome to U.S. Center for the NASA Hyperwall presentation. So that was an amazing session just before us. So let's get going with some of the education outreach works that we're doing at NASA, given that today's theme of COP is on children, youth, education, and skills. At NASA, we're doing a lot of those research, empowerment, and education, and bring the youth work within the agency. So today, I'm just going to talk about one of the programs that we have in the agency. Is called Early Career Research Program. And it has the vision of this program is to empower the next generation scientists, engineers to create a diverse and inclusive workforce that can enable solutions to benefit society, to respond to the climate change, and also to support the NASA's Earth science and actions. It has 4 components in this program. So this is all included in here. I don't believe this has a, it's all included in here. In NASA, we love the acronym, so I'm going to spell out as I go. So one of that one is called CCRI. It stands for Climate Change Research Initiative. So this is the program's year-long STEM engagement that actually brings together educators, high school students, undergrad students, and graduate students. They collaborates on climate change related, okay. Great, thank you. They collaborate on climate change related research and co-create curriculums that can be used in the high school classroom. This is one of the themes that kind of brought it up by the youth engagements. So you were talking about there's a lack of climate change curriculums in the classroom. So there's a lack of the opportunity to learn about climate change. So I think this program is to kind of bring the educators and students together. They can co-create the curriculums that can be used in the high school classroom. The next one on this chart is called FINDUS. It stands for Future Investigator in Earth and Space Science and Technology. That one is targeting for the graduate students. We found the research programs that can be used by all the grad students that often involve using the NASA's Earth observing satellite data. The next one is called ECIP, Early Career Investigator Program. That one targeting the early career folks who normally just got the PhD within the last few years. We found innovative research ideas and also at the same time cultivate the diverse scientific leadership in the next generation. The next one I'm going to talk about is also the focus of this talk today is the SARP. It stands for Student Airborne Research Program. As many of you are probably familiar with NASA's many Earth observing satellites with those missions that we take in the data. But we also have an airborne program within NASA. It provides the much needed satellite calibration validation capabilities to ensure that all the satellite data are accurate. It also provides the platform to prototype sensors for our future missions. And it's also it's an ideal platform process studies that now might be feasible from the satellite platform. And the last objective of this program is actually provide hands-on experience for students. And the research area included in this airborne program is including soil moisture, you see in that picture, and also the air quality and atmosphere composition, and also ocean biology. So as I mentioned, these objective of this training program is really to engage students in our airborne science. And we want to inspire students from institutions who don't normally offer research experience to to get some hands-on experience of the end-to-end aspect of scientific mission using NASA's research aircraft and instrumentation. Through this engagement, the students will learn about all the satellite missions that NASA flies, the research that we conduct, and also the impact that we make. As you probably, if you're here from the last talk, you see the youth are, very much engaged in the climate change, and also they're full of cross-cutting ideas. And this group of students are very talented. They are also full of the ideas that we actually can learn from them. So through these activities, we actually can benefit from working with the youth and to improve our program. And also the other aspect of this is that we can develop our next generation scientists and engineers to work in the aerospace and earth science community. So this video just gave you some overview of what this high-flying interns do in this program. They work alongside with the NASA-funded scientists. They really enjoy the opportunity to fly in the NASA research aircraft. They are like kids in the candy store, and they're very excited to kind of get on board and look at those different instrumentation that we have, and look at the data that was displayed almost simultaneously from the research instrumentation. They appreciate that can work with the scientists, and they learn how to code different programs and how to visualize the data, and attending lectures to learn about the programs that we have at NASA. And they also enjoy working together with each other, learning from their peers. And here is an example of a student taking the soil moisture measurements. These measurements are often targeted when there is an overpass from one of our satellite missions called SMAP. It's taking the soil moisture measurement from space. So the students learn that their measurements is not just a kind of a hands-on experience, actually really useful because that was used to validate the satellite measurements. And they learn how important the soil moisture measurements is, and how they interconnect the sciences are that we do at NASA. So some of the program elements. So this is a very competitive program. So every summer we found about 48 students from all over, the application coming from all over the country. And this is an 8-week program. The students receive a stipend to participate in this program. We also provide funding to cover their travel expenses. And during the program, the housing and transportation is also provided. They work alongside NASA-funded scientists, and their measurements actually, serve the purpose of the science objectives of those projects, and often results in publications. So we started this program in 2009, so it's been 15 years. We have worked with 460 students from 268 schools. That's this map shows the geographical location of where those students are coming from. It's from all over U.S. and also including Puerto Rico. And as I mentioned, they have a very diverse background. And this pie chart shows, what's their major. When they come into this program, you can see that it covers almost the entire STEM spectrum. So it's including chemistry, physics, even math and engineering and computer science. So let me tell you a story about one of our, program alumni, Dr. Sean Freeman. Sean grew up in West Virginia, Kentucky. That's very far from the U.S. Either coast, west or east coast. But as a child, he is actually very fascinated by the hurricanes. So he will, draw the hurricane tracks on the map on the wall, and he also kind of installs some software so can visualize the hurricane tracks on his family's little computer. Because of his love for the storms, he enrolled in Florida State University, double majored in meteorology and computer science. At that time, he was thinking that he will probably just get an undergraduate degree and he will work in industry or in forecasting. But in 2013, he has the opportunity to participate in our program, and he supported the camps and the Seekers mission. Those are two missions that had something to do with understanding clouds. But anyway, so through this participation in this program, he realized how much he enjoyed the scientific quest. He wanted to learn more about Earth system. He wanted to combine his knowledge in meteorology and in computer science and technology to learn more. So he decided to go into graduate school. He went on to get his PhD from Colorado State University, and he also did his postdoc there and work on INCUS. It's the investigation of a convective updraft mission. It's a NASA Earth Ventures mission that's going to be fly in the next few years. So now, actually, Sean is an assistant professor in the Department of Atmosphere and Earth Science in University of Alabama in Huntsville. He credited that his experience with this program to actually ignite his curiosity how to understand the Earth system works to drive him into getting his PhD in this field. And also want to mention, actually, Sean returned to our program a few years ago to be the student mentor. So there are a lot of stories like this that the, being very successful individuals once they participate in this program. So a BAMS article that was actually published a year ago, just to give you details on how this program was envisioned and how that was carried out, and then what's the impact of this. There's a lot of success stories in this article that can speak on how this youth engagement education program is really making an impact. So as I mentioned, we have 460 students participating in this program so far, and there's a high retention rate of students in this field, and most of them actually went on to grad school, and more than half of them actually completed graduate school education. And some of those data taken is really making an impact. We have long-term data records on some of the air quality studies in the U.S., and the students actually have participated in scientific research and have actually published 28 papers. I also want to mention some of the alumni from this program went on to get their graduate degree and also start working on some of the NASA centers. They are becoming the leaders of their field. So this is some of the logos that all of the students have participated in after they complete the program. So this is like I think I counted here is about 25 of those field missions, and they covers air quality, biodiversity, aerosol cloud interaction, and many more. So this, you can see that many of them are actually really making an impact and contribution to this airborne science program we have at NASA. So I'm mentioned that we have been doing this for the last 15 years, and then we have a lot of expertise, lessons learned, and then if any others want to start a program like this, so we can certainly share any of this. And this doesn't have to be on the aircraft, but it can be on the ground base. For example, the Pandora and AeroNet, those are ground-based instrumentation that study the air quality and also the aerosols. And it can also be on the tower-based measurements. A lot of those flux towers that's can be very useful, especially those eddy covariance measurements for us to understand the carbon cycle. And also the platform from, for example, the boats are very useful too, because most of the measurement networks are over land, but the oceans are really where the in situ data are greatly needed and really lacking as well. So this can be a collaboration among different agencies. So if anybody are interested and is certainly willing to share our experience and the lessons learned. Thank you for your attention, and with that, I'll take any questions that you may have. Thank you. No? Where's Tom? Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. It was really informative. I just have a quick question. So I saw Puerto Rico in one of the students' backgrounds. So is this program open to international students?
It's open to U.S. citizens, including Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Thank you.